Hey, what's up? My name's JM Chaley and welcome to my channel. This month I'm doing 31 tips in 31 days. That's right, the entire month of July 2024 I'm doing a tip a day. And this is tip number 17. And I want to talk about making author friends. Now, in tip number 7 I talked about making friends with authors, friends, right? Following authors. New York Times best-selling authors. That was kind of the tip for tip number 7. And that is not to discount the rest of the writing community by any means, because there's a lot of us out there. And if you're bobbing around the, author sphere of whatever, you're going to meet other writers, other authors in your travels. And I encourage you to go and seek them out and make friends. Now, if you're just starting out, this advice is probably going to be gold, because you're gonna find folks that are on their journey. Maybe they're in the same step as you. Maybe they're writing, their first manuscript if you're writing your first manuscript, or maybe they're querying and you're querying, or whatever. They may be where you are, or maybe they're kind of ahead of you. Maybe they've already been published and you haven't. Maybe they've got 4 books and you have 3 books. Whatever. Maybe they've done 20 book shows and you've done 3. Finding people with more experience than you that you can kind of, use as a sounding board or get advice from, that's huge. And when I say friends, I mean it. These folks, they're going to wind up being real friends of yours. Not just, you scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of business associates. I mean, these are going to be your friends. I recently did an event in Maryland, Balticon. And I knew going down there, I was not going to make the money in sales that the trip itself would cost me. Just to go there, just to drive to Maryland from Massachusetts was $100 in tolls alone. $50 down, $50 back, just in tolls. Then there's parking, there's your meals, the hotel, the cost for the table for the event. All this stuff added up. I knew I wouldn't sell enough books to make a profit. So why did I do the event? Because I have friends in Maryland or in that area. I have a bunch of friends that live in and around that area, and I was able to meet them in person after years of collaborating with them online, talking with them, chatting with them, reading their books, lifting each other up. I finally got to meet a bunch of them in person, and it was awesome. I went out to eat with a few of them, had some drinks with a few others, and it was just, how cool is it to hang out with your friends? It was exactly that. But look, all the mushy stuff aside, these are the folks that when you're in the trenches, they're right there with you. And they're going to be your beta readers. They're going to be your critique partners. When you hit the schlumps, they're going to be there and say, I know how you feel. Right? They're going to get it. They're going to understand. When you need to vent about author stuff or writer stuff because you're frustrated or whatever, they're an ear that they're an ear. You know what I mean? They'll listen to you. And they're going to read your books, probably, if they're interested in your genre. Not all friends are going to be reading your books. I don't want to make, these aren't like automatic sales. I don't want to give that impression, because maybe they're not into what genre you're writing, but they can still be your friends. They can still help get you there. So where do you find these folks? Like, if you're just starting out, where do you go to meet other writers? Well, there's a bunch of Discord servers. If you use Discord, you can, and if you don't, maybe you check it out. You can go on to, you could do a search on like writer Discords in Google or whatever search engine you're using, and it'll come back with a bunch of Discord servers that you can join and find a writing group there. Maybe there's a local writing group in your town. I did a video on that not too long ago. There's tons of Facebook groups. If you use Facebook, lots and lots of writer groups. If you use something like Threads or TikTok or even Instagram, they have, AuthorTube and BookTube and Author Talk, and that's Author Talk with a T-O-K. Facebook was a big one for me. Discord was a big one for me. Those are my 2 huge ones. But there's also a site out there for finding critique partners. I forget what it's called, but if you Google it, it's something like Critique Exchange or something like that. And there's a woman I met who critiques my very first manuscript years ago. And we stayed in touch. You know, she has since, you know, I critiqued her and she critiqued mine. She's since written a few other short stories. I've been a beta reader for her. She's read some other stuff of mine. We follow each other on social media. And she's a friend, you know. I mean, she's someone I could probably reach out to and say, hey, I have a new thing. You know, can you read this thing for me? And it's awesome. It's awesome. You know, so if you don't have author friends already, make them, go find them, get some, and you're going to, believe me, you're going to go through the trenches together and forge some real strong bonds with these folks and some real friendships. And I'm blessed to have so many people in my life who are on this journey along with me. And I'm on their journey along with them, right? And it's just excellent. It's just excellent. So that about wraps it up. I could ramble on and on about this one because it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. But that's tip number 7, making author friends. If you don't have them, get some. If you have some, get more. You can never have enough. All right, so that about wraps it up. If you like this video, please smush that like button. And as always, please subscribe. I'm posting every single day in the month of July 2024. 31 tips in 31 days. And be sure to check out The Unlife of Lisa Cooper and The Vampires of 1863, my vampire urban fantasy stylings. And I will see you tomorrow, since I'm posting every single day.